They laughed at him when nothing was working. They whispered when he failed again and again and again. Even his own family told him, maybe this isn't for you. But what they didn't know, what no one saw, was that time was quietly preparing him for a victory so big it would silence every doubt forever. This story will remind you why quitting too early is the most expensive mistake you can ever make. If you're tired of waiting, if you feel left behind, if you've been asking, God, when is it my turn? Then stay with me, because this story is for you. Before we begin, listen carefully. If stories like this give you strength, hope, and the courage to keep going, subscribe to this channel right now. We share powerful motivational stories that touch the heart, open the mind, and push you forward when life feels heavy. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and don't miss any story meant to change your life. Now let me tell you a story about why success takes time. They say patience is a virtue, but no one tells you how painful patience can be, and Ethan learned this the hard way. At 25, Ethan felt like life had skipped him. His friends were getting married, buying cars, posting promotion photos online with captions like "hard work pays," while he slept in a small room that barely fit his bed, listening to the hum of a broken fan and wondering where he went wrong. He had big dreams, dreams of building something meaningful, something that would change his life and give his parents rest after years of struggle. But dreams don't pay bills, and patience doesn't silence hunger. Every morning, Ethan woke up early. Not because he was motivated, but because worry wouldn't let him sleep. He applied for jobs endlessly, collecting rejections like scars. Some companies never replied. Others sent polite emails that felt like knives wrapped in silk, all beginning with the same words, "We regret to inform you," and regret became a word that haunted him. His mother tried to encourage him and said, "Your time will come." But time felt cruel, slow, and unfair. One evening, after another failed interview, Ethan sat alone on a broken bench outside his apartment as the sky darkened and the street grew quiet when his phone buzzed with a message from a friend saying, "Bro, I just signed my first big deal. Never give up." Ethan smiled at the message, then turned his face away so no one could see his tears because he wasn't jealous. He was tired, tired of waiting, tired of believing, tired of hoping. That night, he whispered words he never thought he would say, "Maybe this just isn't meant for me." And that is where many people quit, right there at the edge of almost. But Ethan didn't quit. Not because he was strong, but because he didn't know what else to do. So he kept going as days turned into months and months turned into years. He worked small jobs that bruised his pride, failed more times than he succeeded, watched others pass him by, and every time life asked him, "Are you done yet?" he answered with silence and another step forward. There were days he hated patience, because patience meant watching others win while he stayed still. Patience meant trusting the process when the process hurt. Patience meant waking up with faith even when results refused to show up. One night, exhausted and frustrated, Ethan met an old man while closing late at work. A man who looked simple, calm, and strangely content, who said, "You look heavy." And when Ethan replied, "Life is heavy," the man nodded and said, "So is success. That's why it takes time." Ethan frowned and said he had been patient and nothing was happening, and the man smiled gently and replied, "No, you've been waiting. Patience is different." A sentence that stayed with Ethan. Because waiting is passive while patience is active. Waiting complains while patience prepares. Waiting asks, "Why me?" while patience asks, "What can I learn?" From that moment, something shifted as Ethan stopped measuring his life by other people's timelines and focused on growth. Quiet, unseen growth. He learned new skills at night when his body begged for rest, studied when no one was clapping, and failed privately so he could win publicly, with no applause, no encouragement, only faith and discipline. And still nothing happened until one ordinary morning when a call came. A small opportunity, nothing dramatic or glamorous. But Ethan said yes. That small opportunity led to another, and another, and another. And years of patience suddenly began connecting dots that once made no sense. People who once ignored him now asked questions. People who doubted him now listened. People who laughed now watched quietly. And success didn't arrive with fireworks, but came quietly, and then stayed loudly. One day, standing in a room he once only imagined, Ethan remembered every night he almost quit. Every tear, every rejection, every silent prayer. And he finally understood that success wasn't late. He just wasn't ready earlier. Time wasn't punishing him, it was shaping him, because if success had come when he wanted it, he wouldn't have survived it. And if the reward had come early, the foundation would have cracked. Patience built him, disciplined him, and protected him. And that is the truth no one tells you. You don't lose when you wait, you lose when you quit waiting. Because some seasons are slow because they're deep, some delays exist because what's coming is heavy, and some doors take time because what's behind them can change your life forever. So if you're watching this and you feel stuck, if you're doing the work but seeing no results, if you're tired of being patient, hear this clearly. Your time is not wrong, your process is not useless, your delay is not denial, so hold on, because one day you'll look back and realize patience wasn't the punishment, patience was the path. If this story spoke to you, don't walk this journey alone. Subscribe to this channel, stay connected, and let's keep growing one story, one lesson, one breakthrough at a time, because your time is coming. Just don't let go now.